What's up, guys? This video is actually kind of urgent because this project that I'm talking about right now is like minting. They're about to go into public and it has massive opportunity because they're doing some really interesting things and they have strong backing. So check this out. All right, so you've already seen me talking about freaks and guilds, but I'm getting even more and more excited about it the more it's like getting closer to public mint. And the reason is because of what's going on, what they're building, what they're doing in the space. Okay, so we've already seen big and successful on-chain games pop off. All right, so just like Ether Orcs, okay, they've taken off and they're 2.5 Ethereum. They're on-chain, they're little pixelated art that as you quest and as you do this play to earn game on chain, they're generating tokens, they're getting weapons and equipment and stuff like that, and they're updating your NFTs, right? Just recently, we've seen the same happen with Eternal Elves, okay? They just launched, they had a solid mint, everything went awesome, they popped off. They've only been out a few days, and they're at almost 900 Ethereum in secondary, okay? And same thing, you know, as they do stuff, they will get weapons and their items and everything like that update on the NFT, okay? So why am I so pumped up for freaks and guilds, okay? So these guys, they just had their whitelist and their free mint phase. So they had a free mint phase of 444 where 444 were given out for free, and then the pre-sale was 0.044. So the floor right now is 0.064 and it's going into public, but I guarantee you, I already know of a couple whales that are going to be sweeping the floor up to public mint, which is going to be 0.088. But check this out. These celestial keys will give you a free mint. They're going to be staked and you can earn the on-game token. There's also whitelist spots that are available for the holders, and just the amount of benefits. Stake to earn FBX, which is their freak bucks, which is just like how the Ether Orcs have Zug and Eternal Elves. They've got their own token as well. They're going to have theirs, which is freak bucks. Okay, so and then the priority and discounted access for all freaks and guilds mints. Okay, so you're saving money on that. But also there's free mint allocation for future drops, so you're going to get free allocation for that. You get the airdrop eligibility for the holders, project creative governance, so if you want to be involved with the actual project. But this is where it's like really interesting, right? So the whitelist access for the future partnering organizations, access to the Quest 2 whitelist experiences for partnering projects. Let's talk about that. So what is the Quest to whitelist experience? Okay, so the Quest to whitelist is something that this team, okay, Drogo, Itzmiller, and Nazens, they are the developers for this project, okay? They created what's called the Quest to whitelist, which is really cool. I went through it and it's an awesome experience. It's interesting because it's a text-based system down here where you see like the quests. You could actually go through this text-based adventure that they had pre-set up, and you could make options, and you could like end up being sent back, or you had to pay attention to different clues, or you had different puzzles that you had to solve by choosing different options. And so it was a literal text-based adventure that you could go through, and by completing the quests, the bot, it would see that you completed it. It would update automatically and say, hey, congratulations, you've beat the quest. And then it would send you to a different wallet submission channel. You would submit your wallet address and boom, you're whitelisted, okay? It was a very successful system that they had built and that they used for the whitelist process. There was no grinding for levels. There was no like mass produced shout outs or like the influencers or anything like that pushing it. They just had a solid community that quested and had fun, and that's who they whitelisted. So that experience was so successful, they're actually doing it for other projects as well. So if there's another project that's like, hey, we don't want to do the whole spam our Discord route, these guys can come in and build a custom quest experience for that project to give whitelists, right? As they do that, celestial key holders, we get access to those quests for that whitelist for that project, okay? So that's huge. First of all, right? You're paying basically, it'll be about 0.1 to 0.15 here soon, okay? So the floor for those keys, how quickly do you think that would cover for itself? Me personally, I think it'll pay for itself pretty quickly. Whether it's staking or you get the whitelist or you flip it or whatever, this is just a huge opportunity because these on-chain games have proven that it takes off. So with the Celestial Key, the pre-sale, they just had that quest whitelist. Like all they did was just had people do quests. They had fun games in the community. The community's awesome. There's no spamming. Everybody's just vibing, hanging out. And they've already minted out almost half. And it's not even to public yet. So what this team is doing is they're doing some really cool, innovative things in the space. They're avoiding the standard spam to earn and just all this like craziness where people don't really care about the project. Everybody that's come in, they actually enjoy the community, they enjoy the experience, they get whitelisted if they play their games, and it's a fun time. I actually see other projects hiring this team specifically for the experience of the quest to whitelist, because I just think that was such a cool experience. It made me more involved with the project. I got excited, and now I'm able to actually mint by having fun and not by sitting there grinding, hoping somebody notices me. Okay, so I messaged Miller. It's Miller, and he was actually nice enough to open up the quests for me to show you guys. So this is actually pretty cool. You get the quest right here. You would say begin challenge, and then it would give you a little storyline. Okay, so I'm not gonna read this out loud, but basically what you would do is you go through this and it narrates this story to you, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to the rock. I'm gonna look at this, okay? And now this next thing happens, I can pilfer it, right? You could look around. So this was quest 1. They kept it really easy, and so it was basically just click through it, make a few choices, right? And then it would make you go back. Maybe I say go left. Okay, go back. So I'm gonna go back. But you see what I'm saying is this quest experience, like you go through it, you click on options, and then you can actually complete the quest. Now, by the time we got to quest 3, man, that was you could lose pretty quickly. And the crazy thing is it's timed, so you got to go through it kind of quick, otherwise you miss out. And that's how they get people engaged. Then that's how their quest to whitelist worked, which this was really cool, and I'm expecting to see this in more future projects. Okay, so let's talk about this floor. So the floor is 0.064. The mints for the whitelist was 0.044. The public is 0.088, and I think the floor price is going to get swept up as soon as the whitelist finishes out, and then public hits. These are going to be swept up clear past the mint price. Public mint is going to be 0.088. Right now, that's essentially when public hits, okay, there's going to be about 2,000 of these things available. You guys are going to see these as soon as I get this video up, hopefully before the mint, okay? Get in there, get a couple of these, because they're literally a guaranteed ticket to 1, free mints later on from this project, but 2, possible whitelists from other projects, as well as a token generation, okay? So these pieces, what they're going to look like, this is what they'll look like. It's more of a hand-drawn, cartoonish art style for the game. But when the game actually releases, it's going to be like these, right? Where it's like the pixelated character art, okay? So don't get that confused with the Celestial Key being an actual Celestial piece in the game later on. You will be able to mint these pieces later with this key. And with only 4,444 pieces, with staking going live next week, February 10th, I believe, is the day that it's going to start staking, or you will be allowed to stake. So on February 10th, you can stake your keys. If you leave them staked until the game launched, you'll have enough freak bucks to actually get a free mint as well as discounted mints. Now, what do I see going on with this project? I really, really believe this right here is the early access. Like, this is getting in early. These guys aren't doing the whole influencer push. This floor could match Ether Orcs or the Eternal Elves or any of these projects that are backing them. In fact, these guys are actually backed by Ether Orcs themselves, Neo Tokyo, DK Animation. Okay, so there's other projects and companies that are working with these guys. They're a fully funded project, so they're not too stressed out about it. They're completely funded, and they've been doing a lot of give outs and stuff like that and getting the community fired up. So this is probably one of the best quality projects that you could get in early right now, and I highly recommend you do it simply because it pays to be early. And this is my research going to you guys as my YouTube audience. I would definitely recommend getting into this. And as a last note, I know some of you guys are probably going to ask, is there going to be a liquidity pool? From my understanding, the community would like to set up a liquidity pool for L2 as well as L1, so Ethereum and Polygon, and you'll be able to bridge over and save gas while you're playing the game. That opens up opportunity for some of you who know how that works, but there's a few good plans, and they're going to work a lot like Ether Orcs, where you can actually swap your freak bucks from the Ethereum onto the Polygon layer 2 system. So yeah, I am fired up for this project. I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys jump in and enjoy it, and I'll see you in the community if you do. See you in the next video.